All right, welcome back to the third step and the third video or fourth video in the HODL 520 strategy playlist here. And in this step, we're going to talk about how long you want to keep your Bitcoin for and why, and what the benefits will be for doing that. So the third step in the HODL 520 strategy is to commit to keep your Bitcoin, to hold it or HODL it on your safe wallet for 20 years or more. And now, why 20 years, right? That's a simple answer to say 20 years or more. But why 20 years? It gives Bitcoin time to work its magic. Bitcoin works in cycles. It's very supply and demand driven. Other investments that you make, say like stocks, bonds, or whatever, they pay you out in a different way. If you're buying a bond, you're essentially loaning someone else your money, and they're giving you an interest rate, right? That's how that works. You loan them money, or certificates of deposit at banks work this way too. You're lending your money out to someone else in return for an interest rate that say they will pay you 5%, 10% every year on that money until it's paid back, right? A stock is an investment in a company where the company earns money and then they pay that money to you. Or the other way to earn money with stocks is the value of the stock that it trades for or sells for, or that people buy and sell it for, goes up. And so that increases. So if you bought one share of stock at $100 and it goes up to $500, you just made $400 on that investment because its value is going up. Bitcoin works a little bit different. It's kind of a fixed digital asset. It's supply and demand driven. What does that mean? Digital, it's like money. It's something that you buy digitally. And why does it have value? Why will it grow? Because there is a fixed amount of Bitcoin it'll never go beyond 21 million Bitcoins. And already 95% of those have been produced as of 2024. Over the next 10 years, the next 4% are going to be made. So about 2034, around there, there'll be 99% of all Bitcoin that will ever exist will have been made. And over the next 100 years, that last 1% will be made. And so this is a very small amount of something that right now a very small amount of people are using. And if you understand supply and demand from your economics courses in school and junior high, high school, college, wherever you learned about it, you'll understand that when the supply of something is low and the demand is high, the price is going to go up. When the supply of something is high, but the demand is low, the price is going to go down. And of course, you'll have times where the supply and demand meet each other and prices will stay the same, and just little adjustments in between that. But Bitcoin is a supply and demand driven asset thing, money, however you want to look at this. It is a very small amount, and right now a very small amount of people are using it. But as people understand how powerful it is, how secure it is, how easy to use it is, how you can use it with anybody anywhere in the world, the demand for Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. And the price, because the supply is small and fixed and low, the price is going to skyrocket, right? So you want to hold Bitcoin for a long period of time to give it a chance to work its magic. Bitcoin works in about 4-5 year cycles, to where you see some fairly similar things happen, because every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin being produced every day gets cut in half. And so this has an effect on the supply. It brings the new supply down even further. And as demand continues to grow, it is going to continue to increase because of the limited supply, and also because the new supply is going to be becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, if this doesn't make perfect sense to you, that is okay. At this point of your Bitcoin journey, you don't need to understand this perfectly. One of the problems that I had that kept me from getting into Bitcoin sooner, when it was so cheap and I could have been a Bitcoin millionaire from the early days, is I thought I needed to understand it, but there was things about it I didn't understand, but I never came to understand those things. I never got to the point where I understood those things until I started using it. And this is why everything that I do here at First Step Bitcoin and in our community, everything we do in our community on Skool, is about getting you to take action and buy that first Bitcoin, so that you can start to learn these lessons, because you really won't learn them. You really won't understand Bitcoin until you start to use it. I get asked by people who haven't used it before or new to Bitcoin all the time, I just don't get it. What is it? How does this work? You do not wait to understand the ins and outs of the stock market until you buy stocks. People buy them all the time without understanding how that works, or even understanding what exactly the company that they're buying stock in really does. But once you start to buy it, once you start to pay attention, you learn more and more about that company, or about how the stock market works, because you now have skin in the game. You have an interest in this that causes you to pay attention to it and helps you to learn from it. So this is why I want you to take action. I want you to buy your first Bitcoin. I want you then to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin. And then I want you to HODL it or hold it or keep it in your safe wallet. Move it to your safe wallet and keep it there for 20 years as part of this HODL 520 strategy, so you can start to see the benefits that will come from it. And you can start to understand how it is going to help you and so many other people build wealth. Bitcoin is going to be one of the most revolutionary tools the world has ever seen, because it is the fairest form of money we have ever seen, and it's available for anyone, anywhere to use in the world. People who have never had fair money, who have never had a place to really store the value of their time and energy that they've worked and spent in their life, they will now have a tool and a place to store this safely, securely, where their wealth and their value will be protected, and it will grow. It is going to be, like I said, revolutionary. And starting off with HODL 520 is a great way to start. And over the next 10 years, you're gonna see billionaires, billion-dollar companies, billion-dollar governments, they're gonna put billions, if not trillions, into this. And what I would really like to see to spread the benefits of Bitcoin as far and wide as possible is I would like to see 1 billion people put $500 into Bitcoin, to HODL 520, so that the benefits go wider. I'd like to see that happen before 500 billionaires or billion-dollar countries or companies put $1 billion each into Bitcoin, because that will happen. But the further I can get this message out and the more people I can get it to help them get started in Bitcoin, the more that benefit will spread to the everyday people. And that's really what I'm doing here. That's why I'm doing HODL 520 and promoting this message to you, and why I'm hoping that you will share it with others. I'm hoping, first of all, that you will take action for yourself so that you can start to learn the lessons I learned once I started taking action and buying Bitcoin. And then I'm hoping that you will share it. You'll join our community on Skool, and you can participate there. You can learn first, and then you can share with the people who come after you and help them to get started in Bitcoin and HODL 520. We can get this spread far and wide so as many people as possible can benefit over the next 10 years from the massive growth that's gonna happen in Bitcoin. So that's it. That's HODL 520. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. If there's things that I missed, or things that were confusing, whatever, please let me know in the comments here. Even better, there'll be a link in the video description. Join our community on Skool, where you can come and ask all the questions you have, and you'll see the answers. Maybe your questions have already been asked. You can find the answers there. It's a great place to interact and talk to like-minded people who are learning about Bitcoin, and learn from people who have already gone down the path and understand it and would love to help you with it, myself and many others. It's going to be a special place for Bitcoiners. I hope you'll join us there and start your Bitcoin journey as soon as possible.